Okay, so we're going to graph y is equal to the absolute value of x minus 2 plus 2. All right, so when we do this, we don't want to do a table of values. We can always resort back to the table of values, but we're looking for a faster way. So I'm going to start off in blue with what my absolute value function looks like. Okay, so or I'll do it in black actually. So I know that my points are here. My absolute value parent function looks like this. Parent function is just the most basic version. So what I have in black is y equals the absolute value of x. Okay, so then I'm going to look at this graph. The plus 2 is going to tell me to go up 2. Okay, and the negative 1 in this case is going to tell me, the negative 1 is going to tell me to go right 1. Okay, in the last example I went over, I didn't actually define it the way I like to for the up to piece. So let's kind of define what happens for horizontal translations. So let's write that into your notes. Horizontal translations. So when we did a horizontal translation, we're going to be doing something like this. Y is equal to the absolute value of x plus h. Okay, so basically if the h in this case, the h is positive, so it's going to go left h units. Okay, and then if you're left with y equals the absolute value of x plus h, that means, I meant to make that a minus. Okay, you're going to go minus h, so that means you're going to go right h units. Okay, so this is a minus 1, so it means I'm going to go right 1 unit. Okay, all right, so if I take this graph here, I'm going to take this function. So I'll do it in 2 pieces. So it says to go up 2, so I'm going to go up 1, 2. Okay, so that right now, if I move that function, that is no longer the graph of y equals absolute value of x. Now, now this is the graph of y equals the absolute value of x plus 2. Okay, and now this tells me to go right 1, so I'm just going to graph the function right 1, so all these points are just going to go over here, right 1, so I'm going to move all these points over 1, and I'm going to take these points and go right 1, so it's going to look like this. Okay, so this is the graph of y equals x minus 1 plus 2. We can do all sorts of fun things to the graph too. We can flip it over the x-axis, over the y-axis, but those things we learn as we go on towards Algebra 2.